Okay, so I was gonna go ahead and install the skid plate. Just make sure. So mine is the Luna skid plate. It's a little different, but man, it's already bent a lot. It's okay. It protects the motor. Just make sure you have the these little guys back in here. So if they don't wanna stay, just squeeze it with the plier, and then like it'll stay. Okay, I got 3 of the 4 in. I'm having trouble on the other side. I think you should do the other side first. The other side, there all the wires are. Okay, I got the skid plate on there. Man, what a pain in the ass it was to get that last one in there. It's always like that, isn't it? Yeah, all I can say is like use another Allen wrench as a guide, sort of a punch, and then you could use something like a screwdriver to help you move the skid plate around, like this sort of. It's got like holes right here, so that's what it looks like when it's done. Like I said, I feel that there should be something mounted here because it's kind of flopping around a little bit, but it is half the weight of the stock controller, so maybe it doesn't really need it, you know. I feel that it should. And then yeah, I think if I want to cover up the orange, I can just put some electrical tape around the controller. Yeah, that's what I might do. And then, you know, all this stuff will still be here. So I just put this here just in case, you know, the stickers come off later or they fade or something, you know. So you know what wires go where if you ever take it off again. Yeah, so that's it. So this plastic plate, man, this doesn't even go in there very well. It's actually, yeah, it's actually got to be pulled out more. Oh, this is supposed to be in here. Yeah, so it's supposed to be like this. It covers everything on the top. You can still kind of see, yeah, I know, this, I feel there should be something covering all this, man. What I might do is I might make a little plate here that covers all this up, kind of like this. See how they had this kind of flappy plastic plate that goes on top of the controller to cover, you know, the thing? I might make something like that, that goes up here to cover all this, because it's just like exposed wires, you know. This is the wiring block right here. If you remember correctly, I put electrical tape all around it. But I feel that we should probably put a cover on this of some sort. And we totally could, because we have two screw holes right here. So we could just put one here and let it kind of rest on top of the controller, you know. Just probably just something like this, you know, something flexible. And that'll keep dirt from getting up in there and stuff, because that's where all the dirt and the mud and stuff is going to be, you know. All the dirt and mud, it gets on your controller, you know. Yeah, is what I'm going to say. So I kind of want to make a little kind of cover for this to block that, and then I want to make a bracket that goes from here to here, so I can so it has a little more support, because it just kind of flops around a little bit, you know. Shake the bike a little bit. Well, it doesn't shake much if you shake the bike, but yeah. All right, so there it is. That's the full install. So yeah, the skid plate was a little bit hard to install, but like I said, just squeeze the these guys, the little where the threaded parts are. Squeeze them with the pliers so they don't fall out, and then just stick them in there, and then try to get 2 of them in there, and then swing the other one up. Yeah, because it has to kind of go up this way. So I can see why you had to take the skid plate out so you can get this plastic dealie out. Because this won't come out because it's behind the skid plate. So yeah. And everything is in there really tight. Maybe there's a way we can. Maybe there's a way I know we shouldn't be touching these wires too because the battery's connected. Yeah. I feel that we should make a bracket of some sort. It goes from here to here or something, and then a cover for the bottom of it. I don't know if we really need to. It's supposed to be like weatherproof and stuff, you know. But I feel like I don't want to get a whole lot of mud and stuff in there, you know. I want to protect it, you know. And the Suron controller did a good job of it because it was big. Like literally, the Suron controller is like double the size of the BAC2000, you know. I think the 4000's a little bit longer, you know. So there it is. Done. So like I said, what you'll have left after the install are these the screws for the leads on this. You don't reuse that. And this self-tapping screw that goes here. Maybe I'll just put them back, you know, just so they're, you know, there's no hole there. And then these 2 screws that go on this little plastic flapper thing that protects the top of the controller. So you're not going to be able to put that back in because there's nowhere to mount it on this. Yeah, there's nowhere to mount it. I know we could probably just use that right here. Oh yeah, the line. Oh well, it almost lines up. Yeah, so I'm going to try to get some material like this, and then run it up here behind the controller, and then just screw it into place right there, and then make a bracket that goes from here to here to make it more stiff. You know, there's only one side holding it. You know, so. But yeah, so there it is. That's it. So tomorrow, if the weather is good, I'll take it out for a ride. I'll charge the battery tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Electric Race Technologies ASI BAC2000 controller install on the Hades Omega Spec Suron Lightbee. It took me. Oh, what time is it? Let me see. It's 10:30 right now. I started at 7. It took about an hour to uninstall. No, it took 40 minutes to uninstall it. It didn't take that long. And then it was just kind of like trying to figure out what stuff goes where, you know, is the hard part. So let me see. I started at 8. I think I took like a half-hour break. Let me see. Yeah, so it took about, I would say, 3 hours for Hades Omega to install this on his bike to get it to where it is right now. Like I said, I think I took like a half-hour break because my camera needed to be charged, and I was looking stuff up on the internet to see what wires do what. Yeah, I disconnected the side stand switch and everything. I didn't want it there anymore. So yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, I hope this is helpful for anybody that is interested in installing a BAC2000, or if you have one from Electric Race Technologies. If you already have a kit and you want to install it, you could watch this video and watch Hades Omega struggle. It wasn't really that hard, but honestly, it's just like a lot of screws. There's a lot of screws that you have to take out, and then you have to remember what goes where, you know. There's a lot of screws, and then there's just a lot of wiring everywhere. Just be careful not to mess any wiring up. Another hard part was getting the wires to tuck back behind the controller here. That was tough. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine the way it is right now. I feel that it should be back a little bit more. That's okay. It kind of, and I had to really tweak the wires down for the controller. I had to tweak them down a lot. I was afraid I was gonna mess up the connectors, but as you saw, I fired the bike up and it ran fine. So no problems. And then in the manual it says to mount the controller first and then install all the connectors, but I didn't do that. What I did is I connected all the wire leads, the motor wires and the battery wire, and then I connected the harness, and then I tucked the harness up into the frame, and then I put the controller on. I don't think you could do it any other way. That's okay. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I did. And then you kind of just run, yeah, and then you connect it here, and then there's just kind of this mass of wires doing this number behind there. It looks pretty good though. It looks like a pretty clean install. Other than there's a big gaping hole here, and I put electrical tape around the extension block here, and yeah, because the wires would be like right here. They're right here on the Suron, so they're way up here on this controller, so that's why we needed to extend them. They're nice and soft though, and they're really flexible, so you don't have to worry about bending them too much. But the power cable was pretty stiff. The power cable was the one I was worried about, because I think that's the one that's putting all the pressure on the controller right now, man. Yeah, so those are some things I noted when installing it. Yeah, so other than that, oh yeah, I still have to put some electrical tape over this connector, and block it off. Or just put electrical tape and put a zip tie around it, so, and hide it like somewhere. But yeah, so I was wondering if you use the Suron speedometer dealy, and yes, you do. So you get both. You get like two. This is cool. If you have, I know, that's a good question. If you have this in the stock location, like right here, you would probably have to put your egg rider display here. I think the other one, the big display, goes in the center here. And I got this and this ball right here, so yeah. I like the way it looks. It's clean. I like it. All right. Okay, so tomorrow I'll try to take it for a test ride if it doesn't rain. We'll just we'll do a quick ride around the neighborhood, and then I'm still kind of sick, so I don't want to get too crazy. And it's like freezing out there. It's starting to rain right now. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed. That is this final video. Some kind of installation notes and uninstall notes and stuff. And now I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with all these controllers now. Okay, I have to clean up my garage too. Make sure. Oh yeah, tools. Make sure you got. It's a good idea to put Loctite on all your stuff. Not like a blue Loctite, not the one that like is really hard to get off. I only put it on. What did I put it? Oh, I only put it on the block, the extension block. What else? Have a bunch of Allen wrenches at the ready, man. Yeah, I pretty much use like 4 of them. I think I used 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, 3. Well, 3 of them, and then I use a 2.5 for the egg rider. And yeah, so that's it. Those are all the tools that I used. And I use a screwdriver. I have to use a screwdriver to do the extension block and to take these guys out. Yeah, and then that's it. Those are all the tools that I used. So just make sure you have a lot of metric Allen wrenches. That'll help, and have different size ones. So T handles help, but also have the wrench ones too. Yeah, and have some electrical tape if you want to clean some stuff up, and some zip ties. Yeah, because while you're in there, if you're going to do anything in there, go for it. Because that's what I did. Because it's a pain in the ass to get inside all the wiring and stuff, man. I'm not going to lie, the Suron tucked all the wiring up in this bike really good, man. It's really up in there, so well, yeah. All right, so that's the end of the install notes. Here's what we got. Oh, so there was two more screws. There's 2 more that go on the side here. You're not going to reuse those. Let's see. That's the one that goes right here. And then I have 6 of these long black screws that came with the install kit. I don't know what they're for. They look like they're the same ones as these ones. So maybe they're just spare screws or something. I don't know. So yeah, there it is. I have these left over, I have these left over, and then this left over, and the controller obviously, and then I have this plastic flapper here, and then these screws left over. So that's all of it. All right.